Over the next 7 days, Joel and I are going to take you through why waiting to invest in property or waiting for the right time is actually going to cost you more in the long run. Now, he doesn't know about this. I was just driving and it came to me because we've had a few scenarios just in the last couple of days that, you know, I think people really need to understand that when they decide to wait or put things on hold, how much it's actually costing them. So really great example to kick this off is we had a new client reach out. We're starting the process at the moment, and in starting the process he goes, hey, have you seen this site? What do you think about it? I like it because I can get 2 rooming houses on it. Instantly the address was noticeable to me. I'm like, I know that address. A little bit of background on it. Another investor had bought it and then came to us to help with the development. Long story short, it was a really problematic and challenging site to build on. When that investor originally came to us with the site that he'd already purchased, there was another DA already in place, and it was for a higher class of building, more challenging to build, more expensive to build, harder to finance, just a lot more challenging for kind of like an entry-level investment. And there's other ways that you could achieve the same result in terms of a returns perspective without going to those extremes that were in place. So ultimately, we've actually been working with that investor to get a better approval over the past couple of years, but it's just gone back and forth, round and round, and ultimately just a problematic site, not something that we would pick up for a client if they came to us. Now, if that client, investor, came to us originally and said, hey, I want to build my portfolio, I want a couple of rooming houses, we instead would already have 2 fully finished rooming houses that would have sailed through under accepted development, rather than 2 years passing by and essentially he still doesn't have an asset that's giving him the returns that he wanted. Yes, he's seen some growth in that time because the market has moved, but ultimately he's no closer to his goal of having a high income asset in his portfolio. So I guess the moral of the story is sometimes just because you can or you see something can be developed doesn't mean it should. And also, what it's cost him in that time is essentially the cash flow that could have been produced over the past 2 years from 2 new rooming houses that he does not have. And just ultimately he could have been onto a 3rd, if not a 4th, depending on his goals and what he wanted to do. But it also, for the new client that I was chatting to last week, if he hadn't engaged our services, he would essentially be going down exactly the same path where he was purchasing a problematic site just because it looks good. So it's a great example of, you know, not everything that's advertised on realestate.com is a great opportunity, and why working with somebody that specializes in this field or any field is actually going to save you money in the long run. Plus, it will also essentially help you achieve results faster because they do it every single day, and it will actually get you closer towards your goal rather than trying to figure out all those pitfalls, trying to wait for the right moment, trying to find the right site. You can just bypass all of that and actually get into the market and start to actually get some growth because the market's going up and it's just continuing to go up. And once that project's done, you've also got the income and the cash flow that it's producing too. So these are the types of things. This is day 1 of, you know, while waiting to get into the market or trying to go it alone can actually end up costing you more in the long run.